Welcome to Futures Hub, the podcast that ignites curiosity and navigates the pathways to tomorrow. I'm Mia, your guide on this journey into the future, where we explore the art of foresight, community co-creation, and personal growth. In each episode, we dive deep into innovative techniques to unlock the potential to shape our individual capacities and contribute to vibrant, inclusive communities. Join us as we mine the rich landscape of foresight, community empowerment, and building bridges between diverse voices. Whether you're a seasoned futurist or just dipping your toes into the world of foresight, this is the space where we craft a future that's both dynamic and inclusive. Let's embark on this journey together. Welcome to Futures Hub. Hello and welcome back, Futures Hub listeners, to the latest season of the Futures Hub podcast, where we explore the intersection of foresight, co-creation, and community engagement to create futures for all. In 2025, this mission feels more urgent than ever. With the world grappling with unprecedented challenges, from rapid technological advancements to climate crisis and social inequities, the need for spaces to imagine and co-create equitable futures together has never been clearer. This is our chance to redefine what's possible and to ensure that the future truly belongs to everyone. I'm Mia, your host, and I'm so excited to kick off season 2 with all of you. Whether you're a foresight practitioner, a community leader, an artist, or someone curious about what's next, this season is going to be a journey you won't want to miss. When the podcast first launched in 2024, it began as a passion project to connect with brilliant minds and learn how foresight can transform the ways we think, collaborate, and act. But something amazing has happened since then. What started as a passion project has since grown into a global community of practice, a space where people from all walks of life and all corners of the world are coming together to shape better futures. I can't tell you how much it means to me to have you all on this journey. In season 1, we uncovered 4 key themes, which was summarized in more depth on our final season 1 episode. As a quick recap, those themes included 1, foresight as a tool for creative transformation; 2, futures work as deeply personal work; 3, community as the cornerstone of futures work; and 4, rethinking convention. These themes were threads throughout all of our conversations, and I've seen how they resonate with so many of you. While this podcast began as an opportunity to expand the Foresight Network and share information, I've heard most of all from listeners how much they appreciate the growing community and sense of belonging the podcast is creating, showing that futures can span so many sectors and backgrounds, geographies, and applications. Feedback like this truly highlights the incredible impact of democratizing futures work on both a personal and collective level. This season, we're building on that foundation and taking things to the next level. Before we get into what's coming this season, I want to take a moment to talk about something that's come up frequently in this podcast: systems. If you've been listening since season 1, you've heard this term a lot. If you're newer here, welcome. You'll hear it a lot more. And that's because systems thinking is a foundational concept in both foresight and community change work. So, what do we mean when we talk about systems? At its core, a system is simply a set of interconnected parts that work together. Think about the food system, the healthcare system, or even the transportation system. These aren't just monolithic individual pieces. They're networks of relationships, policies, institutions, and people all influencing each other in ways that shape our everyday lives. And this is where it gets really interesting. In foresight work, we don't just look at individual trends or surface level problems. We look at how systems shape our present and how they might evolve into the future. Because if we want to create meaningful change, we have to understand the deeper structures and patterns that keep things the way they are. This is something that we'll be diving into in future episodes. So often, organizations working towards social impact, and let's be honest, individuals as well, whether wanting to combat food insecurity, urban planning problems, or healthcare inequities, find themselves caught in frustrating cycles. Funders may provide a certain time-bound amount of financial support, for example, expecting major shifts within that time period. But true systems transformation doesn't happen overnight. Shifting structures, power dynamics, and cultural norms often takes generations. This disconnect between the desire to see positive change and the pace systemic change actually takes is a major challenge, and one that requires a deeper understanding of how change actually happens. By applying systems thinking, we can see where leverage points exist, identify barriers, and develop strategies for long-term transformation. And in foresight or futurist thinking, we take that a step further and use tools to anticipate where a system might be headed, what emerging challenges or opportunities could reshape it, and how we can intervene in ways that lead to more just futures. So, as we move into season 2, I invite you to start noticing the systems all around you. What patterns do you see? Where do you notice resistance to change? And most importantly, where do you see the possibilities for something new? Because the future isn't just something that happens to us. It's something that we can co-create by understanding and shaping the systems we're part of. So, what can you expect from season 2? First, let's take a sneak peek at some of the incredible guests you can expect to hear from this season and some of the foresight trends they embody. Jessica Thornton of Creative Futures Studio will be joining us with her work in the public sector showing the benefits foresight can provide in systems that often feel immovable. Her work highlights the trend of foresight as a tool for collective transformation in traditionally rigid spaces. Then we have Everton Lewis of OCAD UCO, who is laying new groundwork at the intersection of education and consulting. Everton's work underscores the growing emphasis on embedding futures thinking into institutional strategies and how futures work can bridge academia with real-world impact. Samantha Matters of Eris Foresight will share her insights into equitable, futures-focused change management, a crucial trend as organizations more often require transformative change processes in this volatile world. Her journey of launching and leading a futures consulting company is one to tune in for. Of course, this guest list is not exhaustive and is only a sneak peek at what's to come. One of the joys of creating this podcast has been the opportunity to feature people doing groundbreaking work. Stay tuned as we share more news about our guest lineup in future. That's not all. This season, we'll also be bringing you more solo episodes, which are spaces where we go deep into the connection between personal and community flourishing. I'll share more detailed insights on specific tools and frameworks in these episodes, with a special focus on ways you can apply foresight into your own work and life. We've talked a lot about the future of Futures Hub Season 2. Now, what about the future of futures work in 2025? There are some key trends and ideas shaping futures work in 2025 that will be interesting to watch in this new year. One is the rise of participatory foresight, where communities co-create visions for their futures rather than relying on top-down processes. Participatory foresight is reshaping how communities see themselves as active agents of change. In the past year, for example, several cities have piloted participatory scenario planning to address urban climate resilience. One notable case is Amsterdam, where residents collaborated with urban planners in workshops to envision and prototype solutions for rising sea levels and heat waves, ensuring that all voices, from business owners to marginalized communities, were part of the decision-making process. Another exciting trend is the increasing use of speculative design in industries like healthcare and environmental sustainability. Speculative design is increasingly playing a role in shaping the future of industries by enabling communities and those who work in these spaces to envision and prototype experiences. By creating tangible representations of potential futures, designers can spark critical conversations that help inform decision-making today. One notable example of speculative design is the work of VLab, which developed Data Wagashi, a climate data edible confection. This speculative design project created an edible item that visualized climate data, prompting discussions about the impact and experience of environmental changes. This approach not only challenged existing norms, but also encouraged people to consider the broader implications of wicked problems on daily life. By engaging with these speculative designs, leaders can make more inclusive decisions that anticipate and address diverse needs. Incorporating speculative design into strategic planning fosters a more holistic and human-centered approach, ensuring future innovations truly serve the well-being of all. These methods may seem unusual or novel, but they're tangible ways of helping individuals and organizations turn foresight into action. On the note of novelty, we're also seeing a surge in creative methods for futures thinking, such as immersive storytelling. One compelling example is the use of virtual reality to foster empathy and understanding in healthcare. The VR experience, Emperor, immerses users in the life of an individual living with aphasia, a language disorder often resulting from stroke. By navigating the challenges of communication and daily life through the eyes of someone with aphasia, participants gain profound insights into the condition, enhancing empathy and informing more inclusive healthcare practices. These approaches help make the future tangible and accessible, bridging the gap between imagination and action. And AI, or artificial intelligence, continues to be a major trend, both as a tool for foresight and as a subject of deep ethical exploration. AI is quickly becoming a part of foresight practices. With its ability to analyze vast data sets in real time, AI can help us make sense of complex trends and predict future developments that would otherwise remain hidden. By leveraging AI, futurists can identify patterns and signals from diverse sources, everything from social media conversations to market data to satellite imagery, giving foresight practitioners a more holistic view of the future. An example of this is the use of AI in forecasting climate change impacts. AI is now being used to predict and model environmental shifts, such as extreme weather patterns and sea level rise, which allows communities to plan for these challenges more effectively. For instance, researchers at MIT's Climate Collab have developed AI algorithms that combine historical climate data with future projections to help cities like New York make informed decisions about infrastructure resilience. These tools give us the ability to simulate a range of possible futures, from best-case scenarios to worst-case scenarios, helping to shape strategies to mitigate the impacts of climate change. But the intersection of AI and foresight doesn't stop at prediction. AI is also opening up other possibilities for participatory foresight. Imagine an AI system designed to help communities co-create future scenarios. By analyzing input from diverse stakeholders, AI could help generate more nuanced future visions, ensuring that marginalized voices are included in the process. With that being said, we really need to understand that the real potential of AI lies not in replacing human intuition and creativity, but in enhancing our capacity to co-create a more just and sustainable future. We truly need to consider the ethical implications of using AI for foresight. As with any tool, we need to remain conscious of the biases in its data and algorithms, ensuring that the futures we imagine are fair and inclusive. AI has the power to amplify our foresight practices, but we must be intentional about how we use it to avoid perpetuating the very inequalities we're trying to address. If you'd like to learn more about any of these examples or trends that I've mentioned, please feel free to visit the show notes on futureshub.ca. There's something truly transitional about the time we're living in right now. Yes, it's uncertain and challenging, but it's also a moment of possibility. Season 2 of the Futures Hub podcast is all about leaning into that possibility together. It's about asking bold questions, experimenting with new ideas, and co-creating futures that are just and inspired. And if you're listening and thinking, this sounds great, but how can I be a part of this? There are so many ways. Please share your thoughts with us on social media, follow along to join our growing community of practice, or simply tune in each month and let these conversations spark something new for you. Who knows? This could be the season where you find clarity around your own role in shaping the future. So, subscribe and get ready. New episodes drop on a monthly basis. In the meantime, revisit some of your favorite episodes from Season 1 and let's keep the momentum going. Thank you for being here, for sharing this space, and for believing in the power of foresight to transform not just our future, but our present. This is Futures Hub, and I'm your host, Mia. See you next time. Before you go, we'd love to hear what resonated with you the most from today's episode. Send us your thoughts or leave a review. Your feedback helps us bring more impactful conversations your way. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button so you never miss an episode. Stay connected with us on social media. You can find us on Instagram at Futures Hub. Share your thoughts, insights, and suggest topics you'd like us to explore in future episodes.